Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Mark. How are you getting on today? So I was lying in bed last night and I had just this great idea. So I'm going to implement the bridge on the sand ring. We're going to copy this here, so the north, south, east, and west. Then on the earth ring, we're going to come in from the diagonals where the beacon goes up, and then we're going to have all these rings in the center. I think that will look wild. I have already made a very bare bones start in the sense that I have just done the rings in the center. They are literally the exact same size as the ones below. And then up here, I have marked out where the bridge will actually go, and I've also put in bamboo on the diagonal because I think that one's going to cause me a lot of problems. Not 100%, but it's obviously going to be a lot harder than doing these. So for right now, I think we're just going to put in the north, south, east, and west, and then I might struggle off camera to try and put in the diagonals. Now I definitely said this is the easy bit, but because I'm not 100% sure if these actually match up with the glowstone, I want to start working from the center. Getting to the center is my biggest issue right now. Well, it definitely was when I had the camera off. Apparently, I just do really well under pressure. Now, what was the pattern for this? Then a glowstone. Then another glowstone. I've actually smashed this, you know. If they're all like that, this will be perfect. Have I accidentally done that? If I have, I might actually be a genius. So it turns out I'm like, 99% what was that? About 99% a genius. All of them accidentally work perfectly except one block over here. I got it wrong by one block. So I've realized what I've done, and I got really lucky. I didn't plan to do it. The actual thickness of it just happens to work out on the glowstone. But then as you can see here, I added in an extra little strut just to give it a little bit more shape. Over here, for example, the little strut is here, so it's off center. Over here, it's one block to the right. And then over here, we have slight bits there and slight bits there. So it does just so happen that I put that one just bang smack in the middle, just completely at random. So I almost fluked my way into the perfect pattern. But that is a very, very easy fix. I just move it over like 2 blocks and it'll keep relatively the same shape. The only current regret I do have, and it's something that is just completely unavoidable, this gap here is pretty huge compared to this gap here. That is just because, well, it's just the way it is, isn't it? With the rings going up, that was always going to happen if I did this. So honestly, it's not that big a deal. I might just need to put something in the middle of it. I don't know what. I don't really want to put another crystal, but at the same time, there probably wouldn't be too much harm in that. So I don't know. At some point, I would say that something will go in the middle. But as for right now, I'm going to go smelt some glass, and then we're going to finish off these bridges, and we'll see if it looks just as good as I think it does in my head. And there we go. The longest part of that was actually just smelting the glass, and well, that was just me AFK and thinking up other stupid stuff to be building. This is looking wild. This is looking incredible. So like I was saying before, I need to try and find a way to make these come in diagonally. They're not exactly hard to do. They are just very annoying, and if you put one block wrong, it can really throw everything off. I might do one now off camera just to see actually how easy it is, and then we'll see if that's actually the design we want, because I would find it kind of pointless to just have 3 of the same bridges, and it could look kind of cool with it offset slightly, but then at the same time, that might also look stupid. That might just not work at all. So let me work on this, and I'll get back to you in just a wee second. Just before I do go, how proud are you that we've actually started the episode doing something? We're gonna make up for last episode's lack of stuff, because everything seems to be working. I have lots of plans of what I want to do. Okay, so it's not done, but here's a little update. I think I actually have a decent technique on how it'll actually be easy to do. Annoyingly though, it is like 1 too short, so I am thinking about just doing this. I'll properly terraform the area in a little minute. Once this all grows in, it will be fine. It depends on if they're all like that, because this follows the same pattern, so it goes 5 of the slabs, then a light, 5, a light, 5, and a light. I'm gonna keep this in just for now, just in case they're all like that, because really, it's not the end of the world. I would have to properly terraform that round, and then that just becomes messy, because now the underneath, actually, the underneath doesn't look as bad. I was gonna say it won't look as proper. It doesn't look terrible, so that might actually just be a fair fix. I'm gonna put in one more, just to actually see if they're all like that, and then we'll work out what we do from that. So I'll see you in a wee bit. Okay, so yeah, I do think that they will all be like this, because this one was also literally 1 short as well. But I'm just gonna terraform the area because it looks way too good not to. These are exactly how I was picturing them, and this is exactly what I want them to look like. I think once all 4 of them are in, this is gonna look wild. So I'm gonna get to that. I think I should have enough of the slabs, the glass, and the lanterns. I don't really know what to do if I don't, but I think this is gonna look ridiculous. I'm also not purposefully carefully cutting everything out so you're not seeing the process. Just one, it's quite boring. I'm just putting down dirt and then making a diagonal line and removing it and terraforming a little bit. But then two, the final product is way more interesting. And then if this doesn't take up too much time at the start of the episode, we can then film and make a lot more. That makes sense. I think that makes sense. So I'll see you in a wee second when hopefully I've finished both of these diagonals and we can actually see what we've made. We're back and I have been incredibly busy. Right, my window is open. If you can hear any fireworks out of it, then, you know, sue me. People are celebrating someone who tried to blow up the queen or something. Not really my problem. Let them celebrate how they want. As I load back in, look at the rings. Just look at them. This place looks wild. I don't even know if you can hear that, but I'm gonna have to shut my... Give me a second. You can still hear them with the window. Have a day off. Anyway, look at this place. Also, as you can probably see, we now have the waterfalls on the inside of this sand ring, which means that from down here, you can now see the 4 waterfalls. I have also spent clearly so much time here that all the vines are beginning to grow down. I am wondering if I should have them on the sand ring as well. I'm not really sure if that would make sense, but just having them coming off the grassy one is kind of weird. But now looking up at this place, it's kind of class. It also looks pretty cool on the map. See? Told you it looks cool. It kind of looks like a ship wheel, and I'm completely okay with that, if I'm honest. Now, I have no idea why that reminded me. We can probably... Is that filled in? Maybe. There we go. Now look at that. Is that not just the most adorable little treasure island you've ever seen in your life? Now, what am I going to do next? That's a very good question, Mark. Thanks, Mark. I'm losing my mind. I need to put a beacon in up here, but I don't really know where. I'm thinking maybe just right at the left-hand side of there. And maybe 50 blocks that and 50 blocks. That could work. I'm going to go put in a beacon. What color should it be coming out of the water? We're going to make it cyan. I'll see you in a wee second. So like the lovely, trustworthy human being that I am, we now have a cyan beacon. And my goodness, is it delightful. And just because I really want to flex that little bit more. Yeah, it's a tier 4 beacon. So we now have speed and regen everywhere. Pretty much anywhere you go in this 300, 400 block straight line over to the water temple, you're gonna get some kind of buff. But that's not all. Shut up. So I did go ahead right here and I replaced all the composters with a jungle wood. I still think they look fine. I think that there's not really that much of a change. These are slightly less orange. It's not the worst thing in the world. Also, right up in the top, there are still the composters. And to be honest, that's definitely going to annoy me, but I really could not be bothered getting rid of all the leaf blocks. Is it leaf or leaf blocks? It's leaf blocks. Leaf blocks. But now from far away, you can still see the palm trees and they look kind of class. Here's a perfect example. Last episode, we couldn't see the tree trunks. Here you can see them absolutely no bother at all. It's really... Shut up. Why am I so flippin' popular? So over here, it's really frustrating. It would be really cool if you could see all the beacons. But say la vie. It's not the end of the world, is it? Did you just moo at me? Hi. Hi. Now what am I going to do next here? I'm toying with the idea of having another little island over here somewhere, trying to, I don't know, maybe fix that divot there, turn it into another thing like this, but I don't know what I would put on it. But then also in this little area here is where I'd put the tiki hut, if that's where I was going to put one. Honestly, I have so many ideas, I just don't know how to actually make them. But now we also need to put in the floating islands over here at some point, so I don't know if I should make a start on them. Goodness me, why do I have to be so creative and so full of ideas? It's honestly a nightmare. We do happen to have another new person on the server, so that is actually what I'm going to do next, because it's Cody, Codes. I'm Codes, the gentleman in the top left-hand corner. I asked them if they need anything at all that I can help with, and they want potatoes, so I'm going to do my absolute best to go and try and find some. So it's nighttime, and for obvious reasons that is absolutely horrendous. I'm also in an abandoned village, which is also just horrendous. Everything is everywhere, and it sucks. But you know what doesn't suck? All these potatoes. And it's just delightful. Now I'm gonna go and try and find Mr. Cody, or Kobe, or Codes. I mean, yeah, I should probably learn his name. So let's go and do this thing. On my way home, I somehow wandered into Kiki's mansion. Ah! Bow! Wasn't as sneaky as I was wanting. So as you can see in the chat here, Cody says he's at minus 450, minus 1100. Which cannot possibly be true, because I'm at minus 450, minus 1100. Why do people keep telling me they're wrong coordinates? Fireworks are expensive. Okay, so he thinks he's just found the Grand Canyon. I'm gonna ask him where, and then when we get there, I'm gonna throw potatoes at his head. How has he possibly gone 4,000 blocks in that time? Honestly, why do people just not want my company? How am I possibly being outrun by a man on a boat? I have wings and literal rockets. How is this happening? Honestly, I'm just trying to throw some potatoes at him. Ooh, I want these. Can you get them with silk? Yes. Oh, beautiful. What are they called? Desert bush. Dead bush. Okay, perfect. What do you mean you're 1,000 blocks away? I'm just trying to be nice. How is he that far away? I'll get some coral at some point, because that's another idea that I have. I think coral could look cool in the bottom of the lagoon. That was something that I have been thinking about for a while. Luckily, I do know where another coral reef is, but at the same time, they're also actually not that hard to find. They're actually apparently a lot more common than Cody is. Now, where are you? Ah! Oh. Ah! He was definitely Steve a second ago. Why are his eyes like that? Have a potato. Terrifying looking human being. I don't know how many he wants. So I'm just gonna sneak away. I don't think he knows what it is. Shh. He'll never see me. He's picked it up. No, he hasn't. Never mind. I think he has a full inventory. He dropped a potato. The guy that I just killed drops a potato. I wonder what the odds of that are. I'm just out here trying to be nice and he drops a potato. Weird. Anyway, I'm so happy I'm losing my voice. So I'm gonna go. Have another one for luck. It's such a long way home. Here's another episode of I'm the greatest navigator of all time. So I randomly find a treasure map and I'm like, oh, class. It's like right in front of me. And then as I'm swimming, I find another ocean monument. I'm kind of really good at this. Okay, so as you can see, we're very clearly back home. And there's been a few little changes. On my way home, I did stop and I grabbed some sea cucumbers. So now around the island, we have a little bit of extra light and then just a little bit more detailing. As you can see, I have also put the dead bushes on the island. So everything now just looks a little bit more homely. I think for now, probably, the island is finished until I get some inspiration. There are a couple of other things, though. Off camera, I have decided to build the 2 floating islands. I think they both turned out really well. They are obviously incredibly blank, but that won't be for long. Currently, you're not going to see me build them. I'm about to live stream on Twitch in about 20 minutes time, and I think that either I will work on them there, or I'll just be doing some other stuff. So for right now, this is goodbye. For you guys, it will be a second, but when we do come back, I'll give you a wee catch up on everything that we have done. Now, hopefully that sounds good. I don't actually have a schedule for Twitch right now, but if you are interested, my Twitch link will be in the description. Come drop a follow, and at any time that I am working on here, you'll know, and you won't miss any of it. So I'll see you in a wee second after I've live streamed. So remember a wee second ago when I said that I'm really trustworthy because I made a cyan beacon? That was a big fat lie. So basically I said that I'm gonna go live stream some Minecraft. Half of that's true. I did live stream and it was great. It was really, really good. It was very therapeutic. I definitely needed that. It was really nice seeing everyone again. However, I didn't play any Minecraft because I was too busy being nostalgic. I ended up playing Call of Duty again. So you should definitely still follow me for content because, well, obviously me. And at some point there will be Minecraft there. So, I mean, still go ahead and follow me because that would just be great. But then that does mean that we haven't even touched the floating islands. And well, that's just a shame. I guess it just means you're gonna have to see what I make now. Honestly, it must absolutely be awful being you. You have to sit there, not miss content, and just see me build things. Terrible. I have absolutely no idea what's going up here. I want it to be cool, but there's not exactly that much space for it to be something big and large. But then it's kind of pointless having them if it's not something spectacular. So obviously the easy thing to go for would be to make some kind of waterfall. But then, is that just kind of cliched? Yes it is. But will that stop me? What have I done? What have I done? I should not be left in charge of things. Okay, that I think will work for one of them. Yeah, see, that'll be fine. It is an absolute crime that the half slabs and the stairs are a different color. It's just not how it works, is it? Or at the very least, it's definitely not how it should work. Now you decide to say moo. Can I make that jump? Ow. Yes I can. Yeah, this one will just probably go like right. Idiot. There we go. I think it looks better already. So like I said, I don't actually know what's gonna go there. And like with everything else I build, I don't really see the point in building something when I don't actually know what I want. So with that being said, I've actually had an idea for something that I would like to do in here. So I think I'm gonna make a start on that real quick, because I think it'll be pretty cool. So here was me thinking that this is gonna be a really quick and easy thing to do, but no, it is not. So I'm digging down my whole walkway in here by 2. I'm gonna have lava on the bottom here. I'm gonna have black glass going on top of it. That way I think looking down onto the lava will look really kind of cool. That's at least my hope. However, this corridor is really long. You can just about see the portal when I'm jumping there. And I have to completely rebuild this walkway and build up all the sides of it. But also, you can't create an infinite lava pool. It just doesn't work, which is really kind of annoying because I definitely thought you could. So I need to get buckets upon buckets of lava. And then here I have 15. And that won't even touch the surface. So I have a lot of work to do. So I will see you in just a wee bit. The walkway has been finished. And I'm getting there very slowly. I thought I'd done way more than this. I may have started my walk up to graduated a lot sooner than I meant to. So this is what the floor is going to look like. Obviously, all the walls will be changing. In here will be changing. This is literally just step 1, so we can actually say we've started it. It's taking me forever, so give me a wee bit, and I'll get back to you once most of it, if not all of it, has been completed. Well, that took forever. Like, a very long time. It's now done. I didn't actually realize. So I was trying to work out how long this actually was. This goes to 0, so it's over 100 blocks long. And it's double wide, which means I've had to dump 200 blocks of lava down this place. And that's far too much. But that's it done, which means we can now work on the walls and the actual room itself. So at the very least, it was worth it, I think. There are striders spawning in here now. And at the very least, they're not hostile. But, you know, it's not really what I had in mind when I was making this thing, so I don't really know how you stop that. I'm sure it'll be fine. It also creates quite a nice natural glow and quite a nice light source, so that's kind of class. As far as I can tell, I haven't missed any blocks. Everything should be just actual thick, proper source block lava, so that's kind of nice. I don't think anything can spawn on glass. That's a nice added little bonus. Now I need to just actually work out an actual design for this place. So I can't remember if I had an actual checklist, but that's getting checked off anyway. So here we are at the end of today's episode, and I think it's actually been a good one. We got a lot done, and we've actually started a lot more projects for the future, so hopefully you are as excited as I am for everything that's going to happen. To keep up to date with all my videos, you can subscribe to my channel completely for free. We recently hit 900 subs, which is kind of class. We're very close to 1,000. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell your mum. I'm sure they'll like my videos. And if they don't, they can just unsubscribe after I hit 1,000. So honestly, we'll be actually no, because then I'll fall under 1,000. Maybe I didn't think that one through enough. Also, by the way, if you liked this video, you should leave a like. They make me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. I know you've liked the video. It doesn't cost you a penny. So it's a win-win-win. And really, what more could you ask for? That wrap-up was absolutely shambolic. I think I've said everything that I need to say, so I think we're good. So having said that, and with that being said, I hope you stay out of trouble, you don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I'll see yous. Ow. Laters.